It's the body that's tasked with protecting us from flooding and conserving our wildlife. But tonight, Natural Resources Wales has been accused of an abdication of their responsibility by the chair of the Assembly's Environment Committee. It follows a major alteration to a stream in the Conwy Valley, carried out by the local council with the consent of NRW, at a time when fish were laying their eggs. More from our environment correspondent, Iolo.
This stream in Llanrwst runs towards the Conwy River, as it always has. But after work to try and reduce flooding, a section has been radically changed, with its banks, gravel and trees all taken away. Pierino Algiri used to be the area's fisheries officer. His photographs document what's been lost, and he's shocked that this £700,000 scheme has destroyed a known fish spawning area and was sanctioned by his former employer, Natural Resources Wales.
For fish, this is just like a desert. To me, I can't see how it can ever come back to what it was. It's lost forever, because it's impossible for the gravel now to build up as it was. For the fish need the gravel to spawn and lay their eggs.
Conwy Council received the grant in October 2013 from the Welsh Government. The money had to be spent by the end of March this year, and the work was allowed to take place at a time when fish lay their eggs, in case that funding would be lost.
Fisheries staff said that they moved hundreds of fish, suin and salmon, from this stretch of the stream before any work started. But obviously, a year later, and for the fish, but also for birds and insects, this habitat now is entirely different.
Averting flooding is a major responsibility for Natural Resources Wales. It undertakes the work of the old Environment Agency. Conwy Council say they had to move quickly, and NRW said it took a pragmatic approach to reduce flood risk. They also have a policy of improving both habitats for fish and water quality in rivers and lakes.
In this case, it seems they either disregarded their own policy for some unknown reason, or because of financial pressure, we don't know. But it certainly was an abdication of their responsibility, I would say.
Last month, NRW trialled new temporary flood barriers in St Asaph. Floods in 2012 drove hundreds from their homes in the town. As well as dealing with flooding, NRW has a huge brief to regulate energy plants, protect nature, as well as fulfilling the Welsh Government's economic expectations. But several decisions on conservation during the past 2 years have provoked questions on how the organisation cares for the environment.
They were often embarrassed about having responsibility for wildlife and nature conservation and landscape and so on. They didn't really want to take pride in that as a role. It is a big responsibility in caring for the Welsh environment, and it is, which does underpin a lot of the economic development in Wales.
In Llanrwst, thousands of sea trout and salmon eggs were lost at a time when usually it would be unlawful.
Normally, anybody doing work like this in a spawning tributary would get prosecuted for doing in-river works at that time of year.
Because it contravenes the law?
Yes, yes.
NRW is now investigating how this stream has been changed so drastically and what can be done about it.